Welcome back to the state poll projections. Joining this panel right now, Nirja Chaudhary is with us on the panel and Sankarshan Thakur joins us as well. Piyush is with us. He's in a very aggressive mode today. This is the news that's coming in from Delhi. The Congress is projected as per our NOW-CVoter poll to get only 24 seats, which I think, Sanket, is the lowest that the Congress party has got since the 93 elections.
Exactly. See, Delhi, this is the only fourth election in Delhi, because Delhi was, declared a state in 1993.
So what's the historical significance of this performance for the Congress party? I don't remember the exact number they got in 93, but it was some 14 seats.
And 34% of the vote.
Right.
Now they are touching something like 30. It's actually lower than the 1993 vote share.
Yeah.
The BJP is touching 32, which is also something similar to what the Congress got in 1993.
Yeah.
It's a complete fragmentation of the vote.
Yeah.
So in that sense, the Aam Aadmi Party has really become the upsetter. The real challenge, and I wanted to make a response to Mr. Rajgopal on the point of in infrastructure. It looks that the Aam Aadmi Party is an experiment in trying to see if communication, branding and networking can replace hard election infrastructure. We really don't know the way it goes, but that's the experiment of the Aam Aadmi Party.
We have seen at least 10 elections.
Yeah.
Never seen such a party which has no organization, no policy, nothing. Just getting a broom
and going around. Can I ask you one question?
No, they don't have policy. They don't have any.
I have one question.
Can I come in?
I must come in now. I have
one minute. I'm letting Seshnarayan Singh come in.
1977 का चुनाव कांग्रेस को बुरी तरह से हरा के हुआ था और पार्टी का गठन सरकार बनने के बाद 1 मई 1977 को हुआ था. सो व्हेन
वो अलग बात है. ये
पूरा का पूरा मिडिल क्लास इंक्लूडिंग विनोद मेहता, यार ये तो बोलने नहीं, इंक्लूडिंग विनोद मेहता आर पिचिंग फॉर देम, देन व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? और यहाँ पे बूथ, अरे साहब यहाँ पे बूथ पे पैसा लेके दिल्ली में लोग नहीं जाते. दे गो एंड दे इंश्योर that the candidate wins.
No,
they don't have policy. Each day they change the policy.
Sankarshan Thakur, the question is this. Vinod Mehta, I'll come to you after Sankarshan. The question is this. There was a Harshvardhan gamble. And after the Harshvardhan gamble, the BJP's numbers have fallen. Which means, at least on paper, it is not appearing that the Harshvardhan factor is paying off. Sankarshan, your
BJP has had huge leadership problems in Delhi. They've been quarreling. They've made a patch up, in front of the cameras. But, people remain suspicious how real this patch-up between Vijay Goyal and Harshvardhan is. The party has been sort of deeply divided, and everybody knows down to the voter that there is a problem in the BJP in Delhi. The Congress has no such problem. The Congress's problems are anti-incumbency in a fourth election, in one go. So, and the Aam Aadmi Party, I mean, you kids on the block, they could take people by surprise. I mean, the very fact that there is mounting cynicism in the voting public, especially in urban areas, and there is a party which is coming up with new ideas, new ways of working. I'm not saying they'll work or not work, but they are offering an alternative to both the BJP and the Congress.
Why we are spending so much time discussing Delhi here today? Because we have 3 other states, and our viewers must be thinking.
One question.
The only point. One small point, Mr. Mehta.
I want to ask you a question. One question, very important.
Whose question? Who are asking the question?
Have we got any evidence?
Yes.
Which damage is being done by the Aam Aadmi Party more to BJP or to Congress?
It's more to the Congress party. The answer is very simple. More to the Congress party. Yes. I have statistical data. When I do a region-wise analysis, I find that in Northeast Delhi and Northwest Delhi, for example,
more than BJP.
Yes, which are also large parts of these are migrant voter clusters, that there is a huge swing for the Aam Aadmi Party, a swing of 6 to 5%, extrapolated on the September numbers, which means in 6 weeks, there's a 6 to 5% swing consolidating away from the Congress for the Aam Aadmi Party in specific areas. So the Congress party is losing everywhere, but it's losing more in certain pockets. When this happens, generally, I don't know, when this is certainly perceived, I know political parties don't trust an opinion poll, some even don't come on our shows, but when this happens, generally the numbers are seen to be a little bit more trustworthy and reliable. It
Absolutely. There's a certain demographic cluster which is favoring the Aam Aadmi Party. Yeah. If we take Northeast Delhi, Manisha, this is the point you are essentially making. This is where Sundar Nagri is.
Stay with this. Northwest. We are Northwest now.
Yeah. So we're at Northwest. The Aam Aadmi Party is picking up 5 seats here. Yeah. Okay,
we moved ahead.
South and West Delhi are essentially the places where the Aam Aadmi Party is doing the weakest. There, essentially, it's a BJP versus Congress battle.
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, the BJP is reclaiming its strongholds of South and West Delhi. The Aam Aadmi Party is picking up Northeast and Northwest, which incidentally were Congress strongholds, have a lot of this new contributing demography of Delhi, which is essentially coming from other states.
So the story is that as far as Northeast Delhi is concerned, which is the biggest stronghold of the Aam Aadmi Party, this is where the Purvanchali vote migrants from UP and Bihar are the most, and Northwest Delhi are mostly, there are a lot of Jat migrants from Haryana.
You would say Aam Aadmi Party is hurting the Congress more.
It is hurting the Congress.
Of course it is hurting the Congress Party.
The fact that we're talking about an infrastructure on the ground, when they started with a small little demonstration here in the heart of Lutyens, Delhi, before they moved to Ram Leela Maidan, there were a few handful of people over there. It was word of mouth that really carried the popularity, and it caught the imagination of the middle classes as well. To say that it's just restricted to the lower classes, to say that there is a requirement of an infrastructure could be a completely false argument, because word of mouth converted it into a movement in Delhi, and that word of mouth can convert it into vote. We'll have to wait and watch.
But do you know, Arnab, the biggest point over here? The biggest point is, look at these constituencies where the Aam Aadmi Party is gaining. Northeast Delhi, Northwest Delhi. This is not really the urban Delhi that we usually talk about. This is the population which finds it a little uneasy paying 100 rupees a kilo for onions, 80 rupees a kilo for tomatoes, and that is what is going with the Aam Aadmi Party, not with the BJP.
I just want to make one point here. Why is Times Now spending almost a disproportionate amount of the time today discussing Delhi? It's because Delhi is so significant. Delhi is significant for the Congress because it's the only one out of these states which it can realistically hope to retain. And Delhi is very important for the BJP because if the BJP wants to make it 4-0, then it cannot afford to lose Delhi. If it wants to make it 4-0, which will give it a momentum, it has to gain Delhi. So the BJP, despite Piyush Goyal putting up a strong performance in terms of showing his confidence on the show today, the fact of the matter is that there would be a certain amount of apprehension at the prospect of not winning Delhi. The BJP would know the consequences of that. May I ask you, what is the national impact of Delhi? No, what's the national impact of Delhi?
Can I add to what you were saying?
Yeah.
I think Delhi is a microcosm of India.
You think?
And very much so, because you get migrant communities coming from all across into Delhi.
Yeah.
And if the BJP cannot win Delhi handsomely, then I think that they have a problem nationally.
It's a telling commentary.
They have a problem nationally. They will not be able to win nationally.
Your regional analysis shows that the social outreach of the BJP is not really extending to the poor and the underclass. That is why you're getting those figures in Northeast and Northwest. It's a very
South has always been their stronghold.
The danger is the BJP knows the Aam Aadmi Party strategy, which is why, let's go to the national picture, let's get Shazia back, let's get Piyush into the debate. This is what Arvind Kejriwal has been saying. Arvind Kejriwal says, if I do well in Delhi, then I'm going to go national. And I'm going to put up good candidates with relatively clean backgrounds in as many parliamentary constituencies, especially all the urban constituency pockets. Now, I'm not saying they get 27% or 30% like they get in Delhi, but if each of these Aam Aadmi Party candidates, because Meera Sanyal was an individual there, independent candidate, if the Aam Aadmi Party builds a presence which gets 5-6% of the vote, in Delhi they eat the Congress vote. But what if they eat into the BJP vote, which is the anti-Congress vote outside of Delhi? Is that a possible threat? First of all, Shazia, I want you to tell me what in your view is the significance of Delhi, and then I'll get Piyush to look at the bigger possible national impact of a Delhi performance of the kind we are seeing. Shazia, floor is yours.
We're starting with Delhi, and we have made huge inroads, as you can see yourselves. And it's just not the lower classes, but the middle classes too. And also people from other areas, affluent areas too, who want better governance. We expose the complicity of BJP and Congress. We offer ourselves to be as a viable contender, as a viable alternative. We say we do politics in a different way. The end game of Aam Aadmi Party is different. So when we talk about decentralization of funds, when we talk about checking inflation, which is hugely spiraling also because of corruption, we do touch a chord with people. Also, if you start with Delhi and move to other states, because we already have a huge presence in 14 states, mind you. And let me remind everybody here that a whole lot of volunteers from across different parts of India have actually come to Delhi. And they in fact want to offer their services.
Delhi is not
and
India.
We want to begin. True, but
some of our panelists say Delhi is a microcosm of India, but Shazia, Delhi is not India. My question was, would you
look at
if somebody watching in Pune, somebody watching in Mumbai, somebody watching in Tiruvananthapuram, Kolkata, Guwahati, where we hear that the Aam Aadmi Party would want to build an all-India presence based upon the momentum of Delhi. Can you do that in 4 or 5 months? That's the only. Can you do that in 4 or 5 months?
If you look at Himachal, if you look at Uttaranchal, it's BJP versus the Congress. If you look at Tamil Nadu, it is AIDMK versus DMK. If you look at UP, it's essentially Samajwadi and BSP. There is place for a third party, a different party, which is
the ambition is there. The ambition is there, and as far as I am concerned, the ambition is visible on the program tonight. The Aam Aadmi Party already smelling success in Delhi, is talking beyond Delhi. Piyush Goyal, your quick response, then I'll get the panelists in on whether what is happening in Delhi will have a ripple effect outside. Piyush.
Jara quick response ke badle, have a little patience, because couple of things.
You respond to her. Yeah.
She has been talking, but I think the people ultimately want to see a track record. What Arvind Kejriwal and his team offer is talk. What Harshvardhan, Mr. Modi, the BJP leadership offers is performance. Track record. You know, Harshvardhan is the architect of the Pulse Polio program nationally, the most successful program that we've had. An honest politician, 20 years in public life, unblemished. That apart, she did mention about Anna Hazare that we ditched him. I'm a little amused where that came from, because we are the only ones who really fought for Lokpal in and outside the house. But where Shazia got that impression, I don't know. But I've never heard Anna Hazare also say that about the BJP. He has certainly said that about Arvind Kejriwal and his team, that they have actually ditched him very badly.
That is not true. Anna said that he's very close to Arvind Kejriwal and he doesn't back BJP and Congress at all. And we all know your track record. Thank God we don't have your kind of track record. We're very proud of it.
We know that when Anna Hazare praised... When Anna Hazare praised Mr. Modi, how desperately everybody ran to him and literally forced him to change his statement. His own personal secretary is on record. How they were misusing Anna Hazare. Who will trust a set of people who are using the secretary of Anna Hazare to make false comments and false statements? I don't think anybody trusts them at all. Certainly not the people. But now let's talk about the national scene. You wanted to know about the national scene? Let me throw a proposition, Arnab, on your channel today. Something which I have researched deeply, and I want a response from this eminent panel. Look at every election since 2008. The country has gone through one assembly in every state and the 2009 Lok Sabha election in the last 5.5 years. Look at the results. The national election in 2009, every pollster, including yours truly, including your channel, everybody said BJP Congress alliances around 150 plus minus 5.
Which year?
2009.
We didn't do a poll in 2009.
You may not have done a poll, but the general consensus was whoever is 5 seats plus minus will form the government. We went down to 116. People overwhelmingly voted for UPA because they didn't want a hodgepodge. They wanted a clear mandate.
You're saying
a government which stands a solid...
Point taken.
No, one sec.
There
have been assembly elections in every state in the last 5 years. Akhilesh, who expected him to get 234?
Point is made.
Except Jharkhand.
Piyush Goyal puts up a thesis. Okay, Piyush Goyal puts up a thesis.
People tend to vote for the party which is winning. They want a good party which can cover. And I see the BJP surging ahead and giving Delhi a strong government with an absolute majority.
He puts up a thesis tonight that the people
challenge anybody.
He puts up a thesis tonight which he says he's putting to challenge, and this thesis is this, that people will be worried, nervous when they see possibility of Aam Aadmi Party doing well. They will gravitate back. They will gravitate back to the BJP, and there will be no possibility of that vote being split. Now, I'm going to show the Chhattisgarh number. 1 minute. Can I have the Chhattisgarh number?
Which world is Piyush Goyal living in? Which world is Piyush Goyal living in?
Which
world is Piyush Goyal living in?
Can we ask ask Piyush Goyal that suppose the Aam Aadmi Party actually pulls off a miraculous victory in Delhi. What does that mean then?
We have not seen that evidence of that anywhere in the country or in Delhi.
If you're saying
the evidence
that a BJP
is overwhelmingly...
victory in Delhi means a BJP victory nationally, then an Aam Aadmi Party victory in Delhi, what does that mean nationally?
What it means is it's still a decisive verdict.
No,
what he's talking about is decisive verdict. It may not be in favor of the BJP.
One at a time. One at a time.
People are looking at a third alternative.
Hartosh Singhbal.
They don't want the two mainstream parties. They are rejecting the two mainstream parties.
People want a strong government. Mr. Modi has yet to campaign. This is the last phase of election. He's right now in Chhattisgarh today. He's done 3 very successful rallies. And I think when it comes to Delhi, the people of Delhi will see in him the future in Delhi and Harshvardhan, the future
Hartosh.
Too much has been made out of this proposition about a decisive mandate. It has no reasoning behind it. By this logic, there will never be a divided mandate in this country ever. You know, on each election you can use this. I mean, the point is it is an irrelevant argument. It has nothing to do with the specifics of any election. It is trotted out as a theory which has no basis in fact. We will eventually run into election where the mandate will be broken. And Delhi could well be that election. We don't know.
Show me the theory and fact of contesting my claim.
One
Except Jharkhand.
One minute. We're saying.